Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I hope that you guys are having an amazing day today. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and thank you so much for being here again if you are a returning subscriber. But if you're new, hi, my name is Jarrell, and in today's video we're going to be doing my most favorite, most used makeup of 2021. So I did not put only 2 bronzers or 2 concealers or 5 eyeshadow palettes. I grabbed everything from my collection that I need to share with you guys, the best of the best for 2021. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and get started with the video, because it's definitely going to be a long one. But before we do, please don't forget to like. That definitely helps out my channel a lot, and we are growing. So we're growing slowly, but we're definitely growing. I really do appreciate you guys very much for that. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. You can also click on the little bell that will notify you whenever I upload a new video. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. If you are interested in what I have on my face, I will link it down below. I also have a video on this look right here, which is reviewing the collection from McGrath Bridgerton, and I will link that video up here or somewhere down in the description area as well. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing that I want to share with you guys is this one right here, which is the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas. It's not new, but it is definitely the most used product that I use this year. And I use, yes, a little bit of my Bobbi Brown as well as the Laneige, but this one was like hands down the #1 primer that I use, and I don't think that I could actually part ways this year. So far I haven't been into any other primers so far. I mean, we just started the year, but so far this is definitely working for my skin. It's just a really nice way to start your makeup, so I absolutely love the Tatcha primer. Now let's go ahead and talk about foundations, because that is definitely something that I do have a lot of. So let's go ahead and start with the first foundation, which is a full coverage foundation, and I absolutely love it. If you go through my videos, this one is the one that I am using the most, so I do link all the products that I am using down in the description area. This one from Charlotte Tilbury, it is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and I do have mine in the shade 7 Neutral. It has been sold out for a little while at Sephora and also on her website, but I will link it down below just in case it's available. But seriously, the most perfect foundation. I do have an oily T-zone and pretty normal in the outer part of my face. I could get a little dry, but so far so good right now with just being normal, and this foundation just gives me like a flawless look, and I absolutely love it. I can't say anything bad about it. Charlotte Tilbury really knows her stuff. So the next foundations that we have is from Huda Beauty, and these ones right here are the stick form. So I do have the liquid form and this one's right here, but I actually gravitate to the stick more than the liquid foundation, just because the liquid is a little bit too drying for me. And even though I do have an oily T-zone, I still want my skin to feel like skin and not too stiff or like too like makeup-y. And these ones right here are just absolutely beautiful. It gives you such a natural finish, and it's just so easy to build up. I do have to combine these two right here to get my perfect shade, and I do have mine in the shade Amaretto and Custard. And now the other foundation that blew my mind completely for easy makeup days is this one right here from Fenty, and this is the Easy Drop in the shade 11. And this is such a beautiful foundation. It makes you look flawless, not only like in camera but also like in real life. It's just super easy, lightweight on your skin, really amazing. Absolutely love it. So yeah, this one is also one of the favorites, of course, because we're doing favorites for 2021. So the other and the last foundation that I have here is from Laura Mercier, and this one is the Tinted Moisturizer Oil Free Natural Skin Perfecting, and I do have mine in the shade 3W1. Really nice, beautiful tinted moisturizer. It is definitely on the light side, like it doesn't give you a lot of coverage. It just really nicely evens out your skin tone. It takes care of the redness. You do have to use a concealer, of course, because once again it is a tinted moisturizer, but this one actually lasted on my skin really well, especially during the summertime. So yeah, really nice one as well. Let's go ahead and move on to concealers now, because concealers were hot. So the one concealer that it was super lightweight and I absolutely love it to like brighten up my skin is this one right here from Fenty. And I actually picked up 2 shades, but this one is the one that I gravitated the most, which is in the shade of Butter. And it is super nice and yellow, super lightweight, so it is easy to build up. It gives you like really nice brightness. And just in case you don't know, my baby now is 18 months old, but he still wakes up in the middle of the night. He's still not sleeping through the night. So now finally he's only waking up once a night, but before he was waking up like 2-3 times, and like my bags and my under eyes were really taking a toll. So this one right here was definitely able to help me, especially just to feel a little bit put together. This one right here is so beautiful. The consistency is so lightweight. I did add a lot, but the consistency is so lightweight. It just does not feel like anything. It just really works underneath my eyes and to brighten the center of my face. Really beautiful. All right, so the next concealer that I have is this one right here, and this one is from Dior. This is the Forever Skin Corrector, and I do have mine in the shade 3N. What an amazing hydrating concealer. Absolutely beautiful, super lightweight, but really hydrated. If I just let it sit there for a little bit, I actually do feel like it's a little sticky, but once I set it, like, it doesn't move, it does not crease, it just feels super amazing underneath the eyes. And that is what I have right now underneath my eyes to cover my eye bags. But seriously, super beautiful concealer. Absolutely love it. The other concealer that I have, and I actually use for like as foundation and concealer, like for those makeup no makeup days, and I don't wear any foundation, I just put a little bit of concealer wherever I need it, is this one right here, which is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I do have mine in the shade 10, and it is such an amazing concealer. I do tend to pick concealers that are really close to my skin tone. That's why I really like this one right here, because it is super lightweight, that I'm able to manipulate it and to just add a little bit of brightness at the same time, maybe just a little bit of coverage. So here we have a little swatch of the concealer. As you can see, it's definitely more on the peachy side, and it definitely works as a foundation concealer because it gives me such a beautiful coverage underneath my eyes, but it actually blends and covers my redness as well. It's really nice, beautiful concealer. It just makes me feel like flawless, but without wearing too much makeup. I absolutely love this concealer so much. So besides my love for the Laura Mercier translucent powder, I actually decided to try a little powder on the side, and which is the McGrath powder, and this one is in the shade medium. I really want to get the lighter shade, but this one right here for during the summertime was just working so nicely. It is a really nice, super finely milled powder. It just blends into your skin super nicely. It sets everything in place, but it does not make you look super dry. It's just so soft. Really nice powder for your under eyes, and that is really the only powder that I enjoy using besides my Laura Mercier powder, that I can tell you guys right away. I mean, I just picked up the ones that I actually like blew my mind, and this one did that, especially during the summertime, just because it's super lightweight. It was just beautiful. So let's go ahead and talk about bronzers, because I do have a couple of them, and the first one that I want to mention is this one right here from Patrick Ta, and this is in the shade She's So Sculpted. This is such a beautiful bronzer, but I actually use the cream more than the powder. I mean, they do work really nice together, but the cream, it was just the one that I was gravitating for the most. It is such an amazing, beautiful bronzer. Like, the tone of it is just perfection. Absolutely love Patrick Ta's formula. It is super easy to work with, really nice, and yeah, super friendly. So I really do enjoy that one. This one is the one that I actually have on my cheeks today, and this is from EYESHADOW, and I do have mine in the shade Harmony Medium. It is so pretty, really nice to blend. It does not patch up, it doesn't skip. It's just really nice and beautiful. It gives you a really nice warmth to the face, and I really do enjoy this one. The other bronzer that I have is this one right here from Huda Beauty, and I have mine in the shade 02 medium. This is the Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. Really nice, super easy, and this one actually works really best for like those no makeup kind of days. It is a super beautiful. It gives you such a nice glow to the skin. Really easy to use. Love that one from Huda Beauty. And the last bronzer that I have is from Gucci. This packaging is amazing, and the bronzer is absolutely stunning. It is super gorgeous. This definitely worked out for me so much better during the summer months when I have a little bit more tan. I still can wear it, but I have to be a little bit more light-handed, but it is so gorgeous, and it gives you such a nice glow to the skin. Absolutely stunning. I love this one so much. It just makes me feel so luxurious, and I absolutely love it. So by the way, I do have videos using all of these products right here. I actually have some dedicated videos to certain products, so just in case you're interested, definitely check it out. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to move on to some face palettes, and then I'm going to come back to talk about blushes and sharing with you guys my favorite blushes. But let's go ahead and focus on my favorite face palettes. So the first face palette that I want to share with you guys is this one right here from Charlotte Tilbury, and this one is the Instant Look of Love in a Palette Glowing Beauty, and this is the darker version. So she came out with a lighter version, and this is the darker version, and this is such an amazing palette. And this is how it looks like. You do have some eyeshadows, you have a blush, a setting powder, a bronzer, and this palette is just a perfection. I absolutely love it so much. She really nailed it with this one. Really nice. Now let's go ahead and talk about another palette from Charlotte Tilbury that I really enjoy, which is this one right here, and this is the Nougasm face palette. I thought that it was just so perfect, especially if you want like a contour shade and some glowy blushes and highlighter. You also have this deeper bronzer right here. Really nice. It doesn't look like I used it a lot, but I promise you I did. This one right here, it's a little bit more faded because this is the shade that I actually use to contour my face, and it is super nice. So ignore the noise, focus on me. Now the other face palette that I have not been able to put it down, like I use it all the time, especially if I am in a rush, which is usually when my husband is making me like rush and I just need to throw something in my face and I want to just have everything together because everything just works, is this one right here, which is from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe Unlock, and it is so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. This setting powder right here, it's not glowy, so I go ahead and just put concealer and my Laura Mercier setting powder, and just to give me a little bit more glowiness, like youthfulness back into my skin, I go with this powder right here and just lightly dust it all over my skin to give me that really nice like glow within kind of look. And of course I'm going to be using this bronzer right here. I mix these two blushes together and then I go in with the highlighter. So pretty. Everything works for me in this palette, and it's just absolutely stunning. I love my makeup every single time that I use this. It just makes me feel put together, not too much, really nice and glowy at the same time. So yeah, really enjoy this palette. I cannot put it down. Like, I think that I have put it down in the description area in several of my videos because it's just a palette that I really do enjoy and I use so much. So hands down, this one is like number one. If I have to rank them, this one would be number one. All right, so I do have 3 more palettes to share with you guys, and 2 are from the same brand, which is from Natasha Denona. This one is the number 1 and this is the number 2. I know that I told you guys that I was going to do another video using this palette right here, but I really do not have the time. You guys have no idea. I wish that I can film every single day because I absolutely love this, but I really don't have the time. So on Thursdays I'm doing like the most filming, and yeah, and sometimes I try to use another day to film, but I cannot guarantee it. But Thursdays for sure is my filming day, and I wish that Thursday had like 48 hours so I can film more, but I do my best. So this one right here, I was able to use it off camera so many times already, and it is so beautiful. So this is the Natasha Denona Glam Face palette in light. This one is the light version and this one is the dark version. I do have a dedicated video on this one right here, and trust me, it's super gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Blush, highlighter, all of these shades are just super gorgeous. I am in love with this blush right here. It's just so beautiful, and this palette is everything. This shade right here is everything. Super gorgeous. Love these palettes for sure. The last face palette that I have is this one right here from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And what an amazing palette. This one is the Primrose. I don't know if I should treat it as a like eyeshadow palette or face palette, but you know, I'm going to treat it as a face palette since it has two blushes right here, and these blushes are stunning. The whole entire formula is really nice and beautiful. So now the only thing that I do want to remind you guys, just in case you miss my review or you haven't seen any reviews in regards of this palette right here, some of them are pigments and they're not intended to be used near the eye area. However, I've actually used it myself, and of course I've never had any issues, but definitely do your research. Now, going back to the palette, the colors are absolutely stunning. I absolutely love every single look that I created in that video. I created 3 looks using this palette right here. So if you want to check it out, definitely I recommend for you to do it. It's just so pretty. Absolutely beautiful. Anastasia did an amazing job with this Primrose palette for sure. All right, so now bringing it back to blushes, the first thing that I want to mention is this blush palette right here from Patrick Ta, and this one is the Major Headlines blush palette. Everyone went crazy with this palette, and of course because it is Patrick Ta, his formula is just amazing. And here we have 3 amazing blushes, and it was really not that expensive. I think it was like $58 for 3 blushes. It was such a good deal. This 2 shades right here, I'm definitely going to be using them during the springtime. This shade, however, is perfection. Such an amazing blush, so beautiful. It makes you look like really nice and toasty. It is so gorgeous. I know that it was limited edition. I don't know if he is going to bring it back or if it's available right now, but if it is, I will link it down below. So many good things from Patrick Ta, and I cannot wait to see what he brings us this year. Single blush that I want to mention is this one right here from MAC, and this one is in the shade Grand. It is my most used blush for the spring and summer of 2021. It's just so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And even like sometimes when I use like a lot of color, or especially if I'm working with the blues, this blush is the one that I try to pull all the time, just because it gives me a little bit of rosiness, peachiness to it. It's really nice and neutral, super soft, really bouncy, really easy to use. Love these blushes right here from MAC. Now, the other blushes that really stole the show for 2021, and everyone went like super nuts for the blushes. When Pat McGrath came out with the blushes, everyone was like, what? Pat McGrath and her blushes? I mean, we were super excited. We thought that she was going to come out with palettes, but no, she came out with singles. I did pick up 4 blushes from her, but these 2 right here are the ones that I use the most for sure for 2021. And this one is a Nude Venus, and this one is a Desert Orchid. Again, really nice and peachy, beautiful blushes. They do have a little nice sheen, which I think that is my preference when it comes to blushes, for them to have a little sheen, just to give me like that glowiness. They just blend so effortlessly to the skin as well. It just gives you like, I don't know, perfection on your cheeks. Really nice blushes. Definitely recommend 100%. Last blush that I actually use so much during spring and summer is from this brand right here, which is Sisley. This is my first blush from Sisley. This one is in the shade Golden Rose. Super beautiful, perfect peachy tone. It does have like a gold sheen to it. I fell in love with this blush. I could not put it down. I was wearing it over and over and over again. Goes onto the skin so nicely, especially if you have a tan. Oh my goodness, super super gorgeous. Absolutely love this blush. So I do have one more blush to share with you guys, and it was definitely like a blush a year for me, and it is from Merit, and it is in the shade Beverly Hills. It is such a beautiful beautiful blush, and this was used pretty much every Sunday for my no makeup days. This one received a lot of love for sure. So let's go ahead and talk about the two highlighters that I have here from Pat McGrath that I use so much during the year of 2021. This one is the one that I could not put down. This one is a Divine Rose, and it is just super super gorgeous. I don't know if you can still get your hands on it. I'm pretty sure you can. I still saw it available on her website, but it has like a rosy peachiness golden kind of tone. Really really beautiful. And this one is the newer one. This one is Lunar Nude. Really beautiful. The embossment is just gorgeous, and this one is definitely more on the pinky champagne kind of tone. Really gorgeous. The highlighters from Pat McGrath are just so beautiful. They just melt into your skin. Of course, I still love my I Need a Nude highlighter from Natasha Denona, but these two right here are definitely the ones that I reach for the most. So the contour stick that I use the most to chisel my cheekbones and to like, especially because now I feel like I am losing a little weight, but before, when I first had my baby, I was just like, oh my gosh, my face is so round, and I really needed the help to like bring some definition to my face. And this one right here is such an amazing product. This one is from Westman Atelier, and I do have the shade in Biscuit. It is super super beautiful. It's definitely a little bit of a cool tone, which I really do like, especially if I am trying to contour my face. And this just blends into your skin super super nicely. It's super beautiful. The texture is just so soft, so luxurious, really really nice. I did try so many products from Westman Atelier, but this one right here is the one that I use the most. I still need to give the cream blushes a little bit more love because those are just super lovely as well. I did also purchase a highlighter that I also need to give it love to, but this one right here for 2021, amazing product from Westman Atelier. Really really beautiful. So I went ahead and added one of my favorite lip glosses, which is from Fenty, and this one is in the shade Fuzzy. Such a beautiful beautiful lip gloss, but these ones right here have actually replaced it. These ones are the cream and also the heat ones from Fenty. I can't find my heat one. I'm pretty sure that is in one of my purses, but those have been the ones that I reach for the most. Amazing. Fenty is just the bomb when it comes to lip glosses, so love those. I also have some Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks that I want to share with you guys. These ones are from the Super Nude collection. This one is in the shade Super Fabulous, and I didn't realize how much I was going to enjoy this color, but I actually seen to wear it a lot. Really really nice and beautiful. Also Sammy from Natasha Denona, by the way, it's not here, but yeah, that's the one that I use the most as well. And this one right here is in the shade Supermodel. Once again, really nice and beautiful. I actually do have lighter shades than this one right here, but these two have been the ones that I've been reaching for the most, especially Super Fabulous. Really gorgeous. The lip liners that I was using the most are usually my favorite ones, which is from Urban Decay, Uptight, and also the Up and Down Tan from Makeup Forever. But this one I was using a lot as well, and this one is in the shade Naya, the I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona. They are super long lasting, a little too long lasting, I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes the lipstick will definitely wear off and I am just left with the lip liner and it looks a little weird, so I have to fill them all in just so I don't have that happening, or just make sure that I am reapplying my lipstick so, you know, I don't look too crazy. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and finish up this video with some eyeshadow palettes. So you guys already know how I feel about eyeshadow palettes. They are just my favorite in my whole entire makeup collection. Eyeshadow palettes are just my thing. I do have a lot of reviews for eyeshadow palettes, a lot of tutorials. They are just, I just love eyeshadow palettes. So let's go ahead and start with this little mini one right here from Charlotte Tilbury, and this one is the Celestial Pearl. What an amazing, it doesn't look like much. You're like probably like, that is one of your favorites and most used. Yes, it is. I do have a little shorts, and I also put it on my Instagram reels, and you guys have to see it. I look like I look like I just finished cleaning my house and I was just getting ready, and by the end of that video I felt like $1,000,000,000 because this little palette just makes me feel like that. It's just so nice and glittery. This shade right here, which is the one that I use the most, I think that you can see a little dip on it because it just gives you such a beautiful dimension, so much glitterness. Like it looks like you don't have anything, and then the sun hits your eyes and it's just like so gorgeous. And the name gives it, like, it's just the perfect name, Celestial Pearl. That is exactly what it is. All of these shades just work so nicely together, but I'm not going to lie, these three right here are the ones that I use the most, and not so much this shade, but this shade right here is my favorite. Oh, so pretty, really nice and beautiful. You need it, like you need it. Just letting you know, you need it. So one more palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and I promise you I will shut up about Charlotte Tilbury. This one is the Super Nudes Easy Eye Palette. What an amazing little thing. These are all mattes, nothing else but mattes, but they're not just like regular mattes. They're actually creamy mattes, super easy to work with, really nice and beautiful, really like no fallout whatsoever. This black is so perfect, really nice, beautiful, on the go palette. Love this one. So we do have a little quad here from Pat McGrath, and this one is Venus and Floor. I don't know if it is still available, but if it is, I'm telling you, you need this one in your life. It is so gorgeous. This shade right here is absolutely everything. It has a duochrome shift. It shifts from like peachy gold to more of a red gold, and this all over the eyelids. It has been like one of my favorite looks that I created in 2021 here in YouTube. It's just so gorgeous. It makes you feel super glam, super like a doll. It's just so amazing. This shade right here is so versatile. It is definitely matte, and you can build it up and give you that intensity, but you can also manipulate it to just use it with a fluffy brush to create that dimension on your crease, and just so perfect. All of these shades are just perfection, all of them. This one is definitely the star of the show, but all of these shades are just beautiful. Go ahead and continue talking about Pat McGrath. This one is the Utopian Dream palette, and it was just gorgeous. I have a full review on this palette, as well as I created another video just using this palette, just playing with this palette and creating more looks for you guys. And this is such a perfect palette, so gorgeous. These shades are just absolutely stunning. And yeah, I can't. Pat McGrath is just amazing. Seriously, her creation is just, I love it. I absolutely love it. So the next palette that we have is from Patrick Ta, and this right here is so beautiful, really nice and neutral, but with a glam, really gorgeous, super easy to use. You do have two cream eyeshadows right here that you can use for base or just to smoke out your lash line. Really gorgeous palette. I reached for this one, especially if I wanted like something glam but still neutral, not too much color, super easy to use, like nothing that I have to think too hard about it. It's just gorgeous. So the last product that made it to my favorites of 2021 is this one right here from Viseart, and this one is the Cashmere palette. And here is the palette. I was really never into cool tones until I actually tried this palette. What an amazing, beautiful formula that Viseart has. This is so gorgeous. And if you don't think that cool tones will work for you because of your skin tone, especially if you are around my skin tone, you definitely need to try this palette right here. It is absolutely stunning. And if you want to see it in action, I do have a dedicated video for this one as well. So yeah, definitely check it out. Super beautiful, really nice, a formula from Viseart as well. So that is it for my favorites of 2021. This video is going to be so long, so I'm just going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time, your love and support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time.